Welcome back to episode 4 of the Kickback. It's your boy Shaun. To my left is my co-host Krillz.
Yo.
To his left is my co-host Demaine. What's good, y'all?
What's up, boss?
What up, what up?
Partners?
Cool, man. How y'all weekend going?
Going good. Going good.
Chilling, man.
Y'all look like y'all ain't did nothing this weekend.
I really haven't.
What I do?
Y'all been chilling?
Nah, I ain't do much. Nah. I drove to Temple. Went to Temple yesterday. I didn't realize how long that drive was.
Yeah. We're like 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
2 hours there, 2 hours back, traffic.
Yeah, man.
I can do without the drive.
We did my daughter's first birthday yesterday, man.
I know. How was that?
It was good, man. She was a straight face the whole time, man.
Oh,
You
yeah?
go on my gram, we was singing happy birthday to her. She just staring at us like, man, why y'all even wake me up for this?
They say the first couple birthdays is really the parents. For the
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And the family.
And the family,
Yeah.
right.
That's exactly what it is. That's what I was telling my wife, man. My wife, she was going all out for the party. I just let her.
Right. That's all you do
Yeah,
is sit back.
I-
What you
yeah,
need,
yeah.
man? All right.
I'm just gonna do the shopping, go on this ride with you. That's exactly what I did though. Watch some good old basketball too, man. Y'all seen the LA game?
Woo! Did I? You seen it?
Showtime Lakers.
Showtime 2.0.
And you know Mayweather was there, so his energy was definitely
Oh, man.
in the game.
It was received.
It was in the
definitely
game.
received, man.
Now, y'all
Rondo showed me some flashes.
Y'all gotta break this down for me. Like, how did this? Like, I
don't
watched
even-
the highlights, but I didn't. I fell asleep, man. I was tired. I did
I
not
watched
see
it
the
from
whole
the
game.
tip off.
I know it was off of a foul. I didn't see the whole game, but from the highlights what I was looking at, it looked like it was a foul. And from what Lance Stevenson said in his post game interview was that they was picking on Ingram,
All right.
like the Rocks was picking on Ingram.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's what he said. And then I don't know what happened after that, man. Ingram got hot. They pulled him off. Rondo stepped in. And I guess like you said, boy, he spit on while he
So
was talking.
that play, real quick, right before it happened, when Harden, what was that? He just went up for a layup and then
He pushed. Well, he ran into Ingram's back,
All right.
which made him go into the.
And they called a foul on Ingram.
They called a foul on
got
Ingram,
mad. All right,
which
he
he
got
did
mad.
foul him because he cut off his path to the way to the rack,
Yeah.
and he wasn't in position.
He thought it was a
But the
superstar
extra,
call.
like, it was a real bump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, even if it was meant, it's a basketball play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was just in the way. So he caught that, but then he was frustrated. I think he was frustrated all game.
Yeah, he looked like
I didn't know they was picking on him, but
Yeah.
it just looked like he couldn't just really get off the way he wanted to. And he was getting foul calls that he felt like he wasn't doing. So he a young dude, so he getting caught up in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even think Lance needs to say all that though. That they were picking on him because then it
Yeah,
makes it
yeah,
look
yeah.
like
Because now they really gonna be
yeah,
picking
that's
on him.
gonna be like
Oh, that's
like
all it
they
takes to
got
get him
to
out.
got
'cause
under
he a
his
threat.
skin.
He
Yeah.
can hoop.
I don't
Hey,
think
man.
Lance should even said
I
that.
don't think nobody on defense is that can. What am I trying to say? Lance is one of them dudes that'll irritate you on defense.
Facts. Right.
Nobody like playing against Lance.
Yeah.
Nobody play, yo.
Who else is like that in the league though? What's that cat from the Clippers? Point guard, Patrick Beverly.
Ooh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick, he's
yeah.
another.
Oh yeah.
Beverly's
He's another
definitely.
Westbrook's
irritating.
favorite player.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, there really ain't nobody. I don't know nobody else.
I
in
mean-
the
A
league
couple
like
people.
that.
I mean, Tony Allen ain't really doing it no more, but
He ain't retired.
I don't know if he's retired. But I don't know if
I thought he was
he
done.
officially retired. But he's not starting nowhere no more. He was on New Orleans a little bit last year, and I know they released him on the Pelicans. So, but Tony Allen was another one of those guys you just don't like to see. But yeah, Pat Bev, definitely the guy. Like, when you're a rookie and you come at Pat Bev, he go at you. He always gets in it with people.
See what he did.
Rondo's
kind
kind of one.
Yeah, Rondo's definitely one.
Rondo's gonna, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. See, Brandon got two of the
Holidays.
guys on his team that can
Draymond
irritate you.
Green.
Oh, yeah, Draymond.
I'm
I
bugging.
forgot about
Draymond,
Draymond.
definitely.
The
He's like the
master
poster boy for it.
antagonizer.
Yeah.
He gonna do it. So
Draymond.
Draymond's probably the biggest, I would say, troll.
I don't think because they were saying Ingram incident sparked the whole thing, which
It did.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I heard
No,
there was a
because-
flagrant foul before where somebody got
It
pulled
was,
down around
yeah.
the neck.
Yeah,
I forgot who was between. I think it was
What did-
Hart. Josh Hart got. I think
I
it was
didn't-
James Ennis.
I didn't
Yeah.
see the game.
James Ennis caught Josh Hart high around the neck and pulled him down.
Pulled him
and
down.
then Luke Walton was actually complaining about that after the game. I saw that interview.
'cause
he
it-
was he
I
said
mean-
that's what started. Luke Walton said that's where it started.
Yeah.
that's
From
true
his
because it set the tone.
standpoint.
Like he should have got a flagrant too. Now
Yeah, he said they didn't kick him out.
I like to
Man.
play old school. If that was an old school play, I like that.
Yeah.
But if with these rules now,
Yeah, it says he's out.
he's out. I mean, it was around the neck. It could have hurt him. It wasn't a basketball play.
To me, I disagree. Just because I can't say exactly the rule, but they always say it's something. It's like a 3-step thing, something, impact, intent, all that stuff. It's like 3 things that they look at.
Yeah.
And I don't think the impact was that bad. I think he fell and it looked like more like he tried to catch him more than he tried to like take him out. It wasn't like, Kurt Rambis.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s. It looked like he got him up high, and you're going to get a flagrant for that. But I don't think he follow through was the other one. Impact and follow through. I don't think he followed through and, like, threw him to the ground. I think he kind of grabbed him and tried to more hold him up than try to follow through and slam him to the ground. So it's supposed to be, there actually is a little impact and follow through are 2 of them, and I think there's another thing that is the grounds for what they throw you out on flagrant too. So I think for follow through, he didn't really follow through. He didn't come through and try to slam him after that. I think he caught him up high, and he was like, oh, let me kind of loosen up a little bit.
And after that play, if y'all watch the highlights, nobody came to help the boy up.
Oh, man.
Lance Stevens started arguing with the ref after that flagrant foul.
Man.
They started arguing with the ref. Ball looked at the whole thing, just kept running.
Yeah.
And then everybody was just started walking. Nobody helped the boy up
After the flagrant?
after the flagrant. Nobody.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Lakers
I think only one person. I think Lance was there. One person just walked
Lance
him off.
was yelling at the ref.
One person just walked off with him. I think it wasn't like a whole group of people though.
I ain't, man.
Right, or even moving them because they always just standing over him for a minute.
And
Nobody
Hart didn't
moved the
really
players
even get
around.
up. Like sometimes you get flagrant foul. Well, you get Hart. You get up and Hart just kind of like got up and was like, wow, like shaking his head. Kind of. He didn't seem like really mad.
I ain't seen nothing. All I seen was that fight because it was on everybody's Instagram page this morning when I woke up.
Oh
Yeah, I hope they don't come hard on Ingram though because
Y'all get
I don't think that like they said, them boys always had smoke with each other.
Who that?
Rondo and Chris, and they was throwing each other on the ground
All game.
throughout the game. So that anything would have sparked that. That could have been later on in the game. That could have been sparked.
Yeah.
But after that whole incident happened, they broke it up because Ingram was yelling at the ref. They got him out of there, and then Rondo was talking to the ref. Chris was talking to the ref. They started talking to each other, and you could talk to somebody anytime. You could be waiting on a free throw, start talking, and that could have sparked off like that. It wasn't like everybody was like grabbing and physically pushing each other because of that whole incident. Like that's why I said I don't think Ingram had anything to do with that situation. They already had a conflict.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know, man. All I know is Lakers need to step it up. They 0-2 right now. They gotta do something, man.
They're all right. They're all right for right now.
For right now?
Yeah, for right now.
I mean,
they still got a gel. Remember when Miami was playing with Bron, Wade, and Chris?
They went on that losing streak.
Yeah,
at the
they
beginning
went on
of
that
the
losing
season.
streak. You got to get that rhythm.
9-8, I believe.
Yeah, you got to get that rhythm. And them boys could ball. But the interesting question is, how could Bron not go check on his teammates after a fight?
Hey, that's his boy. It's his best friend, man. He went to go check on the homie first.
That's cool. You could go check on your homie. I respect that. Like, yo, dog, you good? Okay, I got to go check on my teammates.
Yeah.
He would have respected that. Y'all trying to win the chip.
You
got to have that camaraderie with your teammates that you got their back. So he would have said, all right, go check on that. However he felt. Could have called him a sucker. Go check on a sucker or something like that.
He probably thought Paul was going to ink off on him and try to get back. He probably was trying to hold him back, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the worst had happened at that point when he walked off with Chris. Maybe he was just trying to walk him off, like you said, to get him out of there more of a console, maybe like get him away from the fray.
Oh, wait,
like,
hold on, I didn't know that. Wait, he walked him where?
Yeah, he like arm around Chris Paul and he walked him
I'm with you.
Like he walked him like
away from the situation,
away from everything else.
But he was like the way you.
But maybe he was just trying to be a peacemaker. I don't know. I can't judge his intention, but it's going to. I think it looks bad on some accounts because as a teammate, it's going to be like you don't need to do that. There's people on his team who can do that for him, take him off to the side. You don't really need to be the one to do that.
Exactly. And he would have understood being a leader of your team. You got to go check on your teammate.
Yeah, James Harden.
As a leader of your team, everybody looks at you as you're the oldest of the team. You the vet. You got all the rings. How you don't go check on your teammate?
Yeah. You seen how hyped Travis Scott was when they was banging?
I wanted to see Mayweather.
Mayweather was lit. You ain't seen him.
I wanted him to be like this.
Mayweather was just counting money somewhere,
like,
smiling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That was a good fight though. We ain't have a good fight like that in years.
Oh, in basketball, ain't been no hands getting thrown.
No hands
A lot of pushing, a lot of
I
shoving.
think the last one was Kobe and
Don't
Charles.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey,
Don't do it. Don't bring that up. Don't do that to Kobe, man. Don't do that to Kobe.
hey, man. Hey, he.
Don't do that to Kobe.
Hey, he spiked Mamba up like that, man.
Man, I respect Mambo.
That's why he wasn't scared when Matt Barnes tried to hit him in the face with the ball because he already been punched in the face before.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm used to this.
Hey, man, NBA about to be good this year, man. I don't know.
Sir.
I'm a Cavs fan, but man, it's looking kind of slow for us right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's looking
y'all
slow
not
for
making the
boys.
playoffs.
No,
They might make
yeah, we make it. We just ain't gonna go.
They
all
might.
year.
I mean, it's a bad start, but
They got some good teams in the East now.
they do.
No, we good.
Milwaukee. I think the Heat
Boston,
can make it.
Toronto.
Boston, Toronto,
Indiana.
Indiana,
Playing good right now is Charlotte.
Charlotte playing all right.
Kemba is balling.
And Charlotte can get. They showed us they can get to the playoffs with a trash team.
Washington.
Kemba is balling right now.
Kemba hot.
Cleveland looking like 8th spot, 9th.
I could give it an 8.
Indiana, we say Indiana.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana's ahead of them.
Top 3, Toronto, Boston, and Philly.
Yeah, for sure. How did I forget Philly?
Washington,
Indiana,
Washington, Milwaukee, Indiana.
And
A lot of teams.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yo, me can
Yeah,
just
Charlotte.
go over there and
That's
own
7.
Philly.
All right. And
So
you
that
said
eight-
Miami?
So, yep.
Miami.
I think that's 8.
And there's more. And there's some more
There's-
pretty good teams we're probably
yeah.
leaving out.
Who that?
Cleveland got a war going on for that.
It might
8th
be.
spot.
I'm just saying, yeah, it's gonna be a fight for that 8.
Look,
Gonna be
man.
a spot.
There's always a team that we don't think. Like
When we-
Indiana, we didn't think they were gonna be good last year. There's always a team that pops up.
When
Boston.
the Cavs,
Boston.
when the Cavs
Not
start
Boston,
college, it's
but
over.
Detroit.
Detroit, they're another team too.
They
And they got Coach
Cleveland
of
not
the Year.
making it.
It's gonna be a fight, like you said. I agree. It's gonna be a fight for that 8 spot.
Hey,
fighting for
man,
9th.
we got dudes that's been to the championship for the last 3 or 4 years. Them
But
dudes
you
know how to
had-
ball. They just
But they
tryna
had a
figure it
dude
out.
lighting a fire under
That's
them every
true.
night.
I think Colin is not LeBron, but Colin can give a team spark.
He got
bro.
to start. That's what I was
He
talking
got to
about.
start. I don't know what Lou thinking about, man. He gonna learn.
Who the
Let him
starting
lose.
guard? Clark?
Hill, George Hill.
Oh,
It's hard to.
he's a good role player.
He's a good
yeah,
role
he's a
player.
great
He's a
role.
good
6
off the
man.
bench point guard. Come in there.
I don't even know who our
our
starting 5 is. I think it's Hill.
George Hill, Rodney Hood should be in there.
No.
Rodney Hood's not in there.
George
I don't
Hill,
think he started.
JR.
He been out.
Oh, I
think
know.
he been
This
out
guy
there.
been put up numbers.
Thompson.
C.D. Osman.
Seti Osman.
Seti
I think it's-
Osman.
No, he can ball. Seti
Yeah,
can
he
ball.
put up 22.
Yeah.
George Hill,
He put up
JR,
numbers.
Who the starting?
Thomas,
Who the starting 5 should be?
Love, and Ashton Kutcher.
No,
Hey, also, like,
Corver's not on our team no more. He's
Oh, he's on?
Corver, Ashton Kutcher.
Corver on the team too
Yeah.
still?
I say I don't think he's still on the team
no,
anymore.
No, he is.
He is?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
He is.
There you go.
Man, but I don't think he starts. There's no way.
That's how you know.
They still got Clark though, right?
I ain't even been watching my
Yeah,
own
they got
team.
Clarkson off the bench, but
And
they're
they
not
still got
starting
that
him.
boy, the Rick Fox looking like dude.
Who that?
The other dude from
Nance?
LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry Nance Jr.
Yeah, he's still there, right?
Yeah, Larry Nance Jr. is there.
Okay.
Ah man.
Yeah, all right.
We all right.
It's
all right
early.
for these.
I haven't
We're
really
good.
checked
Like I
out
said,
the
we're a
Cavs.
good AC. That's what I thought.
Yeah, all right for these.
If they was in the West, they'd be 14th.
There's a lot of stuff going on with NBA right now.
I'm
Take up the
scared
whole
for
show.
Bron on the West Coast though.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's get off Bron right now. Let's talk about Carmelo.
Oh, this guy.
Man, listen, that's your guy, man. That's your boy.
Man, he look so old out there. He look like you are 43.
Didn't I say that for the season start?
Oh, he
we
looks
talked
so
about
old.
this. I was like, yo,
We
Melo.
didn't talk about Melo.
He won't go to the rack. It's like
No.
blatant now. Like
Oh, he's not going to.
you're not going to the rack at all. Like
Dude look mad uncomfortable coming off the bench.
man, I seen him catch a shot for the 3, and his feet was just like stuttering, and then he shot it. So this dude,
It's over. Melo. This need to
There's
be,
no way he gets comfortable with this team and starts at least doing something, some kind of contribution for this team, or you think it's better for them not to have gotten him? What do you think? They better with him or without him?
without him.
without him.
They should have kept Trevor Ariza.
Man,
They should have kept Trevor Ariza, man.
I mean, how many shots you gonna let him miss and then make one and be like, oh, there he goes? Like that's all you heard last night. He
I mean,
made the first 2.
I don't want to wait till the playoffs
Cool.
to see Melo go ham. Like Melo, I need to see something.
oh yeah,
before
he's
the
got
playoffs
to
start.
They got to build a chemistry, but I mean, that's how it is. It's basketball. You got to build some kind of chemistry.
Got to build chemistry.
So he's never played with these guys in this system. This
right.
D'Antoni. I mean, he's played in D'Antoni's system, but he was the guy. He's never played where he's off the bench and
That's the part where I think he's uncomfortable coming off the bench. Like,
He just looked uncomfortable.
playing with the
period.
second.
He started
team.
with OKC.
Yeah.
and he didn't look good on there.
He didn't look good there. I mean, the only thing good for Melo right now is that Chris Paul. I saw Chris Paul chewing him out one time, like, move, get there, da. And that's what he never had. So
That's what I said. Being there with Chris Paul, another
Chris
leader.
Paul
Yeah.
is looking like he ain't gonna bite his tongue. He gonna let him know. But they was literally trying to set him up for shots, like give him layup, like easy threes.
And he wasn't knocking it
clanking.
down. He's a guy. I think he's just a capable jump shooter. So I think he's going to eventually hit those shots.
Yeah.
He's a great bad shot taker, bad shot maker. But yeah,
He only gonna get
lately
older.
he hasn't been making enough of them.
Season only gonna weigh more on him, so you better figure out something.
Well,
He'll
for
figure it
Houston's
out.
sake.
Sheesh.
I don't figure it out though, man. I'm done basketball, man. This basketball gonna be good. Basketball gonna be good. Let's jump into hip hop, man.
All right.
Hit.
Let's jump into hip hop.
Hot.
We hopped on this a little bit last week on an episode that never aired.
Because a fight broke out.
Fight broke out.
Unaired episode.
An unaired episode, man. But we was talking about the top five. We was talking about
Top
the
five.
state of hip hop, the top five. But then, man, you just brought up talking about who was the top five after.
Yeah, after, let's say, your 90s era.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we were just talking before the show. You got pretty much a scratch four in hip hop. You got your Big, your Pac, Jay, and Nas. That's pretty much your.
Right.
I think
That's like
most
the base.
people are saying that those guys are making your top five.
That's your base, and then
So
you stack on top of that.
Your fifth,
Why is this Jada?
from lists that I've heard, and I'm just gonna throw out candidates. You got one guy that I heard that I always got surprised about. I think it was Big Tigger's top five one time. He had Andre 3000 on there, and he was like 3 stacks. And I never thought about it. I was like, man, but 3 stacks is pretty good. Like if you think about it,
Pretty good.
he is pretty. He might be deserved that spot. He never really did a lot.
Yeah.
Like he never dropped like classic album by itself. I mean, that Speaker Box and Love Below stuff was pretty dope. But
But when you was talking about top five, right?
yeah,
I think you brought up a good idea about the top five. Like,
yeah.
not just rapping. It should be like all around effect.
Influence.
Influence even outside of rap. Meaning like, how did like your words and what you stand for move and raise a generation
like-
or move or
I just
spark
think
a
more
movement?
like they always say, do it for the culture. More how
what
much
done
it
for the
helped hip hop.
culture. Right.
Because certain guys came through and they helped hip hop tremendously. Like they just without them it wouldn't be the same. Like they made a mark, and like Jay always says, he crossed over. He got to the suburbs. He made a mark
He
for
went
hip hop
worldwide.
everywhere. Yeah.
That's why I think that's key. Because when we was talking about, you was talking about Black Thought,
Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah.
And far as everybody in the room spitting,
They gonna get
They
it.
gonna kill him.
they gonna do their thing.
Lyrically,
And it's
they gonna
probably
kill
a lot of underground people like that too.
Yeah.
I know a few people who could just be spitting and say some crazy stuff off the top of their dome, which is a talent. But worldwide, it's got to be
That's
like
a whole different vibe.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole different vibe. Like how do they reach and move a culture? Like move the culture, and
Right.
Pushed it forward, influence like that. Because I think when you do say Jay, Nas, and all of them, and then you like, man, but I really think he spit better than this person spit better.
Yeah.
That could be true, but the energy,
And that's where the
what it's-
debate always rings
that's
around.
what it's got to be. It's got to be added. Like how did it move? Because you could really, I could
Because
pull
they all
somebody.
dope. I mean,
right? They all dope.
They all dope.
Yeah.
The top 5 guys, top 4, the scratch 4 is what I'm gonna call it. Now the 5th, I said for the 5th, we just all add our own personal 5th to ours, and then we'll add the other 5. Like me, I'd say my 5th is Eminem. I think I'm gonna roll with M.
Wait,
for
who's
my
the
5th.
first 4? You talking about Big,
Big J,
Jay,
Nas, and,
Nas my number
Tupac.
1, and then the 4, and then the
Yeah,
rest.
Nas
of
one
the
for you.
Now this is over.
You can rate your number 1.
This
if
is
you want.
overall.
Jay's number 1 for me.
This is like overall influence,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
rap,
overall
all that.
influence. Yeah.
The scratch 4, and then just who's your 5th? Who you add to that 4?
5th, 90s or all time?
90s to 2000.
90 to 2000.
Yeah.
I say all the time. I mean, Jada's.
Well,
I mean,
because we're
Jada Kiss is
gonna
still
add
relevant.
we gonna add the next
another
five.
segment
Okay.
of
If you wanna,
top 5 in the 2000s.
I mean, if you got somebody now that you think is like my top
better
5
than
period,
anybody else, then
Damn, just 90s or
90s
I mean,
like 2000.
X?
DMX.
Yeah.
DMX.
Ooh, we slept on X. His movement was crazy
When
powerful.
Yeah.
DMX was hitting,
DMX.
when he came out with a bang. I mean,
Came out with 2 of them.
no, I'm saying he came out like he was putting albums
He
out,
had Jay-Z
number
on
one
his
albums
album. Yeah.
for number one hip hop albums. Like
And
his
you gotta
first 3,
understand, what got X out of
Like
the game
number
too
one.
was politics. A lot of doors was closed on X.
and a lot of drugs.
And a lot of drugs.
A lot of drug use.
But it was because of like when you know people like that,
Yeah.
like emotionally fragile. When you supposed to be here and you getting doors closed on you and this, that, and the third, and you just like those are triggers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was clean the first 2 rounds.
X, X
Yeah.
definitely, I give you an X.
But
I'm
X
glad it was DMX
Yeah.
and not the other
yeah,
X.
Triple X.
Triple X.
Rest in peace.
Triple X influence now though, for this era, for the
Yeah.
young cats, man, he's big. He's huge. Like how whoever was big in our era affected us, that's how he's affecting them.
So
You know
my
what I'm saying?
next 5 that I want to talk about, like the next guys, probably from 2000
To now?
or you can stop at 2010. Just who's been doing it big since since those icons and legends have set it up.
2000?
The next guys who have took the throne over lately and done their thing with what those guys have given them, man. I don't really don't. As much as I thought about this, I don't really have a set. I just know I have a bunch of names that probably need to go out there. That's like we're gonna. Be
I mean,
man,
Jay never stopped.
Jay never stopped. But he's already in
But
the top 5.
he's already
Okay,
another
so
one.
it's gonna be like 6,
all those
10.
guys are out there.
6, 10.
So
They
the new
said.
cats.
So this is
Okay.
just the next guys who deservingly get on the list,
All right.
or even get into that spot.
That's
But
easy.
If we
that's the
say
next
groups
five.
is one, like I would say the Locks now.
That's
I
what-
say my 5 is Jada is in my top 5. Locks would be my 6.
See,
Together.
I was arguing with myself about the Locks because I told you I love the Locks, but I was like, you know what? It's kind of like when you win the MVP because you're on the Golden State Warriors. It's like you can't get the spot because it's 3 of you, but individually, none of them really
Whoa,
ever-
I don't know.
ever. I think.
What's that?
Kiss been spitting.
But individually, like
Styles
I don't think
been
they ever
spitting.
just had. They never had hip hop individually as like they are the guy in hip hop. Like Kiss was close.
What do you
But he
mean? What about when they was going at it with 50? 50 had the game on Smash.
I know, but I'm saying, but
And
did we
he
give
challenged
Jada
them,
the
and
top? I'm not talking about the whole group. Like I said, not as a group. You're saying as a group. I'm saying as individuals. I don't think-
Individuals. Jada was going nuts on them.
Jada got
Animal-
him, but I
Animal
wouldn't
all
count
by
that as a
itself.
whole period of time. That was like Jada has his spurts.
Jada went from the 90s to the thousands to the thousands and teens.
What's the difference with Jada and Fab? Who's better there?
Oh, see, that's they neck and neck to me.
See, that's what I'm saying. So,
But that's
so
why I said Jada.
Are they
Okay, I would
both
say-
going to be on the list?
Jada is my 5. Fab got to be my 6.
All right.
Because, and then but if we doing like from 2000 and now,
No, go ahead on. hey, I'm listening to y'all, but I'm
what happened?
man. They just had a up close video on that punch. Rondo hit Chris Paul kind of hard, bro.
Oh yeah.
His face was like,
Oh
He had
man,
blood from his nose.
bro, he hit.
His
bro.
face was like this.
You
oh,
ever
it was
seen-
just Rondo
you ever
just
seen that
punched
cop-
like.
You ever seen the cop back like this?
It wasn't like one of them punches where somebody thinks about it. Oh, I'm not gonna hit him. Like he put Musher in the face, and Rondo's like, I'm not dealing with that. Like you're not gonna touch me in the face.
Oh,
And
he
there's
been
gonna
wanting
be
to
no
punch him in the
reason.
face for
He
years.
finally got that off. That probably
Got that
pretty
off. That was
That's
one of
funny.
them 10-year punches.
good. My bad,
All right.
y'all. My bad.
So
Yo,
you putting in Jada in your 05.
Yeah,
So we're gonna leave him in the old off the new one.
Styles will be in my 7 at the Fab.
wait, Jada in your 90s spot?
Yeah.
Okay, could take that.
Fab, Styles.
Like,
No,
I
we
remember when
talking
Jada Kiss was dropping the
I put
commercials with
T.I. out there.
Iverson.
He in my
Like
top
he
10.
was, when he had the Iverson commercial and Iverson was dribbling, Jada was in there
He had the
rapping. Like I
movement,
love
man.
that. I love that.
He
But
had a movement.
I just don't know. Like yeah, Jada was, especially you from New York. He was huge there. Like
Yeah, definitely.
so,
Yeah.
I love
Hmm.
Jada. I have no problem with him being on
I
fire.
got T.I. in my top 10.
All right, we go. I don't know if we go. T.I. would be from 2000 because Wayne and T.I. That was a whole little era. So T.I.'s in your next 5.
All right, my 2000 is 5. T.I.
You think you got your 5 ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Influence.
I'm just trying to throw out names.
Music.
Because every time you get your 5, and then we go throw out more names.
All right.
If you got a 5, go ahead.
T.I. Wayne.
Yeah.
50.
50. Woo. So you got 50, and I was asking about Kanye earlier, and he was like, Kanye's on yours.
Definitely Kanye's on there.
50 Kanye.
So no matter, this is without writing. This is
No, not even.
This is no ghostwriters.
Because
we doing it with
we not
rappers
even
with
talking about like the hardest.
Yeah,
like,
we just saying
rapping like people.
Yeah.
We talking about like influence,
the
worldwide,
the
like
culture.
popularity.
I think Kanye's got to be on
influence the culture.
the albums they made.
T.I. Wayne.
Drake got to be in.
Drake.
That was my fifth.
Drake.
That
even
was
if
my
you don't
fifth.
like him, he's still moving.
So,
this, like
no Cole for you.
No, not in that
Not
5.
right now?
Not in that 5. Wayne, T.I., 50, Kanye. Damn, we just said his name. I can't even.
Drake. Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
I know Drake ain't making you answer.
Yeah, mine.
I mean,
Oh, he is yours?
I mean, I'm not gonna be biased.
Oh, he is.
He's moving.
You-
Okay, you talking about like
Yeah, no, you know
who
what
I like.
we know what we're talking about. No, it's who you want.
Who I like.
Even
okay,
with the
then Drake
influence.
want to be in it. Drake want to be.
No, who you think though? Who you think is the trendsetters of hip hop? Your next 5, the next big guys. The
then
next big
it will
My
be
5.
Drake.
Oh,
It will be Drake.
no. Wait a minute. Trendsetters, right?
Huh?
Oh,
Trendsetters?
Meek.
Royce?
Influence? Gucci.
Gucci Mane?
Gucci definitely made a lot of these new
I love
rappers.
that mixtape. Gucci in the kitchen.
And I'm not even speaking. I'm not
Who you
speaking.
take it off?
I'm not speaking lyrically either.
I know it's good to throw names. 'Cause I think names is what
I take
was more
T.I.
of
off.
names. You take T off for Gucci.
For Gucci. Yeah. In no specific order either.
No way.
You know what I'm talking about? Is if we talk about influence
T.I.
and
was pretty
trendsetters
big,
and all.
though.
T.I.
is
was
huge.
really
He's
big,
still
but Gucci was huge.
Gucci
Gucci
crossed over
was
in a different
huge,
way,
bro.
but I think T.I. got him in Atlanta. I think T.I. ran Atlanta more than
You think
Gucci
so?
did. Yeah,
I
man.
don't know,
What
man.
about Jeezy?
I think Gucci's just
Jeezy?
more recent, more current. But
It's a hard list.
Gucci. It is a
We
hard
talking about
list.
lyrics.
okay,
though.
there's never a point where
we
I call
talking about
Gucci
lyrics?
Mane the top, not just the top artist in hip hop. You ever called him the top
Nah.
artist? There's been a time where I called T.I. the top artist in hip hop.
Oh no, the Gucci definitely had the whole summer.
See, okay, maybe I'm just thinking about trendsetters and influence, and not so far. I mean, not.
But even
most of
that,
the music.
we could weigh all that into it. So,
It's
but
a-
you're
it's
saying
a hard
you're
one.
saying everything Gucci does outweighs everything T.I. does. So that's
We can't. We got to do
Not
it by
rapping.
what you like in lyrics.
not everything. I'm saying everything.
Because then you
like.
got little yachties and stupid stuff
those-
like
Nah,
that.
they ain't at that point yet.
Because some guys influence, but it doesn't last. Like there's just some people whose influence is a stamp on hip hop.
Oh, stamp
T.I.
on
and
hip-hop.
Gucci.
Who's
influence the
legendary.
stamps on hip hop, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Drake got to be number one.
On the new 5, you got Drake
New
number 1.
5, Then I got
Over Wayne?
Kendrick.
Drake over Wayne?
yeah, I can't put Drake over Wayne. I mean, if that's
I
what
put
you.
Drake over Wayne.
Oh man,
Drake can't do no wrong, man. I'm
he
telling
said
you.
Drake is.
That's a
He
fact.
can't do no wrong,
He said
man.
that's a fact.
That's a fact. We can't
He
even
got
when
literally just like
even when Pusha just killed Drake in that
But-
battle, nobody cared what Pusha was talking about for that long.
Hey,
Like
Wayne
Pusha
gets
said, he had
Wayne gets
somebody
away
talk.
with a lot too, though.
Yeah, what do you do?
I
I
don't
mean,
think
with
so.
the whole skateboard thing, like that's what I'm saying. With Trent
That's
saying,
tough,
like,
though. That's
but I'm
pretty
saying,
cool,
but
though.
that wasn't.
I
Like
didn't like-
Jim Jones rocking the
I didn't like that Wayne
the
either.
rock
Jay-
stuff.
From the Jada era was not letting you get away with skateboarding and doing that kind of stuff. We weren't getting away with that in the 90s. We
But-
weren't.
I didn't like that side
I don't
of
know
Wayne.
because you know why?
And the skinny jeans, that was not happening.
Because Jim Jones and them, they also switched over to that kind of like skateboardish, but not. They wasn't skateboarding, but it was the skateboarding style with the chain and the
The
wallet.
dips.
That was kind of like
Jimmy
the
definitely
skateboard.
had the chain.
They was
Little
doing like the
bit.
rock star stuff, and then
But they were
Wayne
very
came in with
borderline.
that,
Yeah, Wayne took it to a whole nother
took it to another level, but they made it acceptable. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, bro, Wayne had on some cow
With the
print
tights.
skinny
That shit's
jeans,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
that
Wayne-
killed me.
yeah,
Them
man,
shits look
like-
like leggings.
Wayne, I mean, Wayne, what? He dropped that one song with the guitar, like that.
talking about,
Like Wayne was doing some stuff.
What
like,
album was that, man? That album was trash.
Teach You How to
Was
Love.
that even an album?
Teach
or
Me
was
How to
it-
Love. Is that what it's called?
Oh, that song was trash.
You
Wayne.
didn't like that?
No, I didn't like skateboard
Wayne is
era
definitely an
of
experimenter,
Wayne,
so I don't really mind.
How to love.
He had, yeah, Teach Me How to
Oh,
Love.
shoot, I forgot about
He had to get that out.
Yes.
You got to get that stuff out as an artist, though. I'm not mad at those guys for that. I think as an artist, if you feel that's something that you think that may work, you got to try it.
I think that was I Am Not a Human Being.
Not everybody is Fab, and just staying at Fab stays comfortably in one little area. And
He does. He
his thing.
never switch up, man.
He does his thing very nicely, and I'm not mad at that.
I don't know, man.
Our next 5 got to have
Drake
Fab on.
just can't do nothing wrong, man.
What 5?
My next 5, I got to have Fab in there.
But it's got to be okay. I got Drake, Meek.
When did Meek?
Meek's tough.
I'm not mad at Meek. I was like, it wasn't a name that I even thought.
I didn't even think. Yeah, I was. I didn't think of
Meek. Where's Rose then? Where's Ross?
Ross.
Hold up.
Ricky.
Where's
Ross the
Ross?
boss.
Ricky. That's the. Hey.
Where is Ross on this?
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just trying to.
Ross.
That's what I said. I was trying to throw out names. We gonna leave people off. We think we know.
Jeezy.
We got to go harder than 5.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta go harder 5, but you gotta just take some guys. Just gotta leave the list. Jeezy's another one.
Oh, no.
Jeezy.
You good, bro? This probably gonna be audio because it.
Yeah.
For some reason,
I heard it
hard
clicked.
full.
It clicked.
Oh, no, I just not. No,
It clicked after you went up there the last time.
No, it
Like when you came and sat back down.
it's car. It said
again.
car full, but ain't nothing on it. So I'm trying to figure out what's up. So this might just be audio.
Yeah.
So y'all can get comfortable.
Yeah.
Y'all can just kick it. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Like,
Jeezy's another one too, but Jeezy, Gucci Mane, T.I., like that whole Atlanta thing, like those guys had such ups. Because there was one time I thought Jeezy was mad dope, like he was running it.
Jeezy. Jeezy influence on hip hop was huge.
They had a whole summer though. They had a year.
The Texas movement.
They
They had a whole summer.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Texas movement. We talked about them last time.
Slim Thug.
Oh yeah, we talked about them.
What's
Mike
that little
Jones.
Royce, I got Royce.
Hey man, y'all be sleeping on.
I throw Royce out there for the next 5. I just throw his name out there.
Royce for what?
I gotta throw
Rapping?
Wale's name out there. I know a lot of people ain't gonna
Wale
have him. Gotta throw Wale's name out there for the next 5 for me.
You gotta throw Cole and Kendrick out there. Then.
Cole
You
and
throw
Kendrick.
Wale out there.
Just the names that people gonna pick. It's gotta,
Yeah.
make
Kendrick
sure
got to be big because
get
he
these
just
guys.
got in the Hall of Fame or something like that. He did something. He won something for something.
Oh no, he won a what's the name of it? It's an award that nobody even know about.
Is
But
it
it's
for
huge.
music?
It's huge.
Is it for
Huge.
music?
Yeah, for music.
Alright.
I never heard that award until he won.
Yeah, usually
Because
like
nobody black ever won
orchestras
it,
and
or
all
no
that.
rapper ever won it, or something like that.
Yeah, no rapper ever did it. So
That's the thing
Kendrick-
about Kendrick. He's got a gritty, edgy style, and yet it still pops in mainstream America, and that's good for him. Like Ellen DeGeneres loves Kendrick a lot.
He makes conscious music, like make people want to listen to it. Like,
But he still goes with an edge, though. You know, he's not
yeah,
just
with a little
on
edge.
everything.
But like when it, I don't know. I like Kendrick.
Kendrick still has an
Cole.
edge. Kendrick don't hold
Why
back.
don't nobody
like
like Cole?
I love Cole.
I
Cole's
love,
on my 5.
I love
I
Cole.
like Cole. I don't love him.
I
I
love
like
Cole.
it.
Bro.
I can do without his.
Cole's
music.
on my 5. I think
I don't
he's
listen to it.
I could listen to every Cole song ever
he
made.
draws that line
Like-
of what we talk about with the conscious. He does it both. I think he consciously does that. He makes his albums a little bit of everything. He sprinkles a little bit of everything in there. He gets out his songs with purpose. He
I
gets
like his
out-
last album because he mixed it up.
I love that.
He
album.
after he went if you listen to it from the beginning, he went from. I gotta wait till that went by. All right, he went from like everything that the kids be talking about now, the drugs and all that, and then when you hear him work his way through the album, he started telling you like, "Yo, this ain't what you should be doing,"
Yeah.
and all that, So it's like he tried to play to the radio sound and then brought it back to his sound towards the end. I like that.
I think
album.
he's done very successful with how his approach has been to music. I think he's done well for himself.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. I mean,
Because he's still on the radio. He can hit the charts. He can really touch every.
I don't want to knock his craft. He's definitely dope. He's a poet to me. It's just that for the stuff that I like to listen to.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't.
I don't think there's anything wrong
You
with
know what? I
saying
did listen to his not this last CD, but the CD before that. When
For Your Eyes Only?
I think
A lot of people didn't like
man.
For Your Eyes Only.
But
I
I
love
rocked
it.
with it. I listened to it for
I
a
do
while,
too.
and I thought it was dope. So
I like it
The
'cause
one
I
with that
watched the
fold
movie.
clothes on it? I want to fold clothes for you.
Yeah.
That track. I want to make you feel good.
I like it. I like it more because of I seen the movie he put out with it,
Yeah.
and the songs play to the movie. That's why I like it so much.
Oh, I mean, I figured out from listening to it. Like, I love, like, figuring out. Because you could tell he was telling a story through the whole. I like how he does.
I like storytellers.
Yeah, he tells a story through his albums, and Kendrick did that with the first Kendrick album.
Man.
That's why I love that one too.
In my opinion, bro, hip hop, that's gotta be a top 5 album.
Kendrick told a story through that whole album.
You know who else had? We just talking about 2000s because I can't put it in top 5 all the time. One of the dopest albums of 2000s was YG first album.
YG, I didn't hear it.
Oh, that's a story.
Oh,
That's
nice.
he never put nothing out like that great since then, but he was telling the story like how he used to rob and how the hood is, how his he just basically told how he grew up.
I
And
gotta
man,
check it out.
he even
'Cause I
got the
never
interludes on point.
The only songs I ever
he
heard
mixes
is the
together.
whatever come on the radio from
Yeah.
YG.
Yeah. Oh man, YG.
I gotta listen to it. I like Nipsey Hussle.
Nibs. Oh man,
Dude,
That Victory Lap CD, I
Nipsey
rock with that.
hard.
Talk about that. Yeah, that Victor.
I listened to that since it came out about three or four times a week.
Another name I throw out there, The Game.
The Game is tough.
What about The Game?
His first album.
His first, but The Game, I don't know. A lot of people like The Game like a lot. I used to
can
not
spit.
like him as much.
He can
People
sp-
used to really like The Game.
Yeah, he can spit. I don't know. I don't know why I don't mention the game.
I don't know if
that
he'd be
much,
in the
though.
5, but
No, he's
I
not in
throw
the
his
5
name
because he
out
didn't
there.
like influence really the game like that hard. You know what I mean? He was always
big
a good
NBA
rapper.
2K player too.
Yeah, I beat him though,
Oh,
and I beat him
I
in
think
Madden.
Game got his player to a 99 last year.
No, I'm a high
Game
though.
said, but-
I ain't played 2K or Madden in a minute.
He got a lot of time on his hands to be doing that.
Yeah.
He said he was playing that game 10 hours a day, I think.
Oh man,
He said.
well, when you rich, you ain't got nothing else to do.
That's too much time.
You rich, you ain't got
10
nothing else
hours
to
of
do.
doing
That's what you
nothing.
Man.
got to
Playing
do to make your
games.
character a dang 99 in that game.
Yeah, that's my little brother, man. He be on the game 15 hours a day, probably.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. That's our 5 right there, though.
I mean, we don't really got a set for the new ones.
I think I got a set one.
Who was yours? Who's yours?
My set
Go
one?
with your new 5.
My new 5.
With all the names we thrown out, all
I
the people
take-
we mentioned. Hopefully we didn't leave anybody out.
I'll take Gucci back out of that.
Take him out?
After you explained it a little more, I'll take Gucci back out of that.
Gucci had a movement though.
He definitely had him. He still do.
Somebody got to get left off, so it's not a big deal. It's not like we're saying these guys are trash. We're leaving
No,
off. I
no,
mean,
we take
5,
them off. They're
Top
not-
5. I mean,
No, they're
we're
right.
just
They're
holding.
all-
We're holding you in high regard. That's all this means.
They're
So,
right after.
yeah, the other guys, you're still there.
Yeah.
It's not an easy pick, so it's not like we're dissing anybody.
in no specific order.
It's just what we like.
50 Cent,
Yeah.
Kanye, T.I. Because T.I., I didn't really, we didn't really hear a lot from the South until after T.I.
T.I. was big. T.I. was definitely the trap. I mean, what is trap? That's all we talk about now.
And he
T.I.
is the founder
started
of that
trap
word.
music. Yeah, that's all from trap beats. I'm like, trap beats.
None of that would have been without
trap
T.I.
this, trap that, and that was T.I.
But
Right.
and who else did I have? Drake,
Drake.
Wayne,
and Wayne.
you know you had Wayne.
Yeah, that's like when it comes like overall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The music quality, influence, great.
Yeah.
Worldwide influence, amazing. Like those dudes, they had all.
What about
of that.
Dipset?
Love the Dipset.
I put Dipset more. No, yeah, early 2000s. Yeah.
But
Early 2000s.
again, it's a group. They're great.
Yeah, you have to break them down.
Individually, I love that one Cameron album when he was on the Rock. That album is classic.
Cam got a funny style of rapping to me.
He does, but
It's
Cam
different.
can throw it down when he wants to. And Cam's actually really clever.
With words, yeah, he is.
He's very clever. He just raps stupid like that when he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go a Scooby Doo, a Scooby Doo, you too top. I put you on a new, but he know what he doing. Cam know what he doing. He made himself very likable with his sound, and
Yeah.
but he
Cam
could
is
really
spit.
rap. He could really rap.
Nobody has anybody even tried his flow after that. I have not heard nothing like
Well,
Cam.
I remember when Cam first came out. It was
Sounded
him
like
and Drag
Drag
On. Yeah, it was like
the hell is
very
that?
similar.
Who is
They
that?
had a beef. They had a whole beef.
Hold on,
Listen
let me
to Drag
get to
On.
that. Hold on.
H2O. That was a fire CD.
Take
Remember
too long.
H2O?
H2O. I just
Yeah.
remember from the Rough Riders. Is
Man,
that his
CD
solo?
was tough. Yeah.
His solo CD? No, I didn't hear it.
H2O
I
was
did not hear it
fire.
solo.
Oh,
all
man.
I got that you would probably remember with Drag On is. You remember that beat? That was a legendary beat right there.
Oh, wait, but didn't they rap over that though?
Swiss beats. Yeah, me and my
niggas
kid.
is-
You know that?
I don't know.
That's the
Wait,
only way you know Drag On, because that was his. That song had everybody knew Drag On after that.
How you spell his name?
Drag and then a dash on.
Oh, like dragon, but
hyphen.
No,
Drag hyphenated on. I guess it's like smoking though. It's dragging, but it's smoking. He drags on.
Yeah,
see, yeah. Oh, opposite of H2O.
Opposite of H2O. You about to play it? Why not?
I'm trying to see what song
He
is
said,
it.
Which one?
you just need that one track I just told you about.
I want to hear it because I
Me and my get it.
never heard of the name dragged on.
Rough Riders.
Oh, he was with Rough Riders?
Yeah, he's from the Rough Riders album with him. You know Cassidy,
God,
right?
shoot.
Who?
Cassidy?
Yeah.
Cassidy, all right.
Cassidy got a funny way of rapping too.
Love Cassidy.
I love him too, man. As far as battling.
Yeah, battle
His
rap.
songs is trash.
His songs ain't trash.
His songs is
The
trash.
sags are not trash.
Who, Cassidy?
Yeah.
Trash.
No, man.
He can spit though.
But he can spit.
He lyrical.
He's-
I just hate the beats that he rap on.
That might be.
Not when he was with Swiss.
Nah, he was with
He
Swiss.
shouldn't have got there. He hasn't been the same without Swiss, but he has some good stuff with Swiss.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh yeah, this is single.
Oh my, that's the old Swiss sound. That.
This was the one y'all talking about?
No,
Well, that's a song.
What is it
That's
called?
a-
Is it Bust a Gun?
It might be called that. I have no
Bust a
idea what it's
Gun?
called.
Yeah,
It should be on the Rough
Drag
Riders
On.
album. It was Rough Riders Volume 1. That was a track on there. Rough Riders album.
Button.
Volume
Oh,
one.
down button.
Huh?
Down button.
What you mean down button?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it
that's it.
is.
Ooh, look at that beat. Look at that beat.
Oh, yeah. I know
said,
that. Oh, yeah.
That was that beat right there, boy.
Yeah.
When that came
Yeah.
on, it was over. Swiss beats.
Me, my niggas. Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
You see, you missed some good
That's
stuff,
all.
youngster. You missed some good stuff. We had some good stuff. We had some stuff back in that day.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm
That
listening
thing
to that on
still
the way
ride.
to the
I
house.
might go download that whole mixtape.
That
was a
still
mixtape?
ride. That was it was an album. Rough
Hey, he
Riders
still-
Volume 1.
he still
I still got that
Volume
album.
one.
I still got
He
that.
still
They
put
got
on
Jay on that album too, right?
Oh yeah, they got Jay on the album.
Rough
Jigga,
Riders
Jigga,
album.
my Jigga, what's my name? Yeah.
That was a Rough Riders?
Rough Rider album. That's what they used to put out. They put out, I think, up to. I had the first two. I don't know if they put out a third one. Cassidy's on it too, because Cassidy was Swiss's artist.
Yeah.
So he got him under.
Man.
Yeah,
killed
Cass gets terrible songs like Hotel.
Oh, I love Hotel. It has R. Kelly on it.
I like Hotel.
It has
I
R.
hated
Kelly.
I
Can't
only
go wrong
know.
with R.
I only
Kelly on the
know.
hook.
The only Cassidy songs I know is whatever they have on
The
the
first
Cassidy-
album, he had good. He always has a good like commercial hits. I always say his albums are always strong, but I always love. You ain't like what was it? AM to the PM. I don't know if that one was a.
Oh
single.
God!
I still
that was
move
sick.
work from the AM to the PM.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
have
know
beef,
that.
I'm a spray left.
I see him.
Come on, he got some tracks.
Yeah. He got some tracks.
Is that on the first album though?
No, that was on
But I thought that was a mixtape.
No, that's the album. I got
So
that
this
album.
album.
That was a pretty good album.
That was a pretty good album.
That was the
Yeah.
one where it was two discs, two sides, and he did a song at the beginning where he battled himself.
Self, yup.
I love that album.
Yeah, that album was tough.
Wait a minute, he battled himself.
He battled himself. It was nice. It was a nice concept. It was a nice concept. He battled himself from his first albums where he was the problem,
Yeah.
and then his next album he was a hustler. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The Hustler, the Cassidy the Hustler. That's the album it's off of.
Yup.
Cassidy the Hustler. So the Cassidy
Yeah,
the
when
problem.
he went to that direction, he was fire.
Yeah.
But when he was trying to top the charts,
that was his peak though.
that thing was terrible.
That was
man.
his peak
I
right
hated
there.
those songs.
The Hustler album because he had Mary J. Blige on one of the tracks. The I'm a Hustler. I'm a Hustler. That's a big song. I'm a Hustler with a J sample. I'm a
Yeah,
hustler.
that was tough.
I'm a
Now, that's a
hustler,
Cass.
homie.
That's a Cass out like lane.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I hated when he was trying to be like
I agree. He had to stay.
4 in the morning or whatever.
But that was the problem.
That was
The
radio.
problem.
That was radio.
terrible.
That was definitely for the radio. He
I
wasn't
mean,
trying.
every
To,
time he was there, he was trying to reach the radio.
he had Vita Guerrera in the video though, so you can't be too mad at it.
Who underrated right now?
Underrated.
Wale,
Wale's underrated.
Wale,
I feel like Wale get recognition.
he
You know
gets
what, though?
recognition,
It's
but
really
Wale
like-
really has a skill level to be one
He's
of the
tough,
top dudes. Like
But people just
lyrically,
don't
to me-
gravitate to him. Too
Yeah,
much.
that's what everybody always says. Maybe it's over their head or whatever, but yeah,
I
lyrically,
think it's because he played to like the women a lot.
He do on his radio stuff, but albums. That's another thing I was gonna say. I want to get this out about Wale. I've been listening to albums like the past couple years. Like that album about nothing to me is dope. Like that album is.
You talking about?
that album?
Is that the one when he had Seinfeld on there?
Well, he has a mixtape with Seinfeld, and then
Yeah.
he has another one, and then he has the album. The
The
actual
most
album
recent
came
one.
out. The most recent one.
That's hard. I like
yeah,
that.
with the
That's
Girls
hard.
on Drugs song.
Yeah.
Girls on Drugs, and then he has a song with J. Cole.
Yeah.
He just that album to me, that's a classic album for me. That album is dope. I don't know if y'all heard it, but it's a hard
I listened
album.
to one. I can't think of which one it was. One of the albums. Not like
Whatever you haven't listened to, make sure you listen to that album about nothing. Not the mixtape about nothing, even though I think those
album
are
was
hard.
hard.
The album about nothing is a classic for me.
My most underrated artist right now is Wiz.
Khalifa?
Wiz Khalifa.
Oh yeah, Wiz is tough.
Wiz is
He dropped some bombs.
Wiz is hard,
Yeah,
man.
Wiz is tough.
Man,
And I like his.
Can't do
I like
Wiz.
his swag.
you can't do Wiz?
Nope.
Can't do
I think
Wiz.
Wiz regressed.
Really?
Yeah.
Or you just not paying attention?
I think Wiz regressed.
Yeah.
Is Wiz, I mean,
Could be comfortable.
what's this, I mean, you talk about first album Wiz. You don't think he's regressed till now? Like, the stuff he's been putting out? I think the first album
I think he actually got better.
I think the first album was dope.
Crazy. Paper Planes?
What else has been really big since then? Like, maybe I've been sleeping. Like, I'm...
What's the name? Because I don't know.
Wiz to me,
like.
he seemed like he got too comfortable to me.
Good, man.
I feel like he's just
made some money, man. Made
just
some
got a
money.
little better.
I ain't mad at it. I think he changed his style a little bit
I think
up
he
to
got
be
more
more
stuff to talk about now. That might be what it is.
So lately, has he been dropping stuff lately, you're saying? Like,
Yeah, he just dropped the album.
And what is he doing?
I didn't really
Tai Chi or
hear
something like that?
Rolling Papers too. I didn't really hear too much of that. I heard most of the joints that hit the
Making
radio.
movies. He got a movie coming out.
Yeah.
I love Wiz.
Rolling-
Doing Tai Chi.
I remember
He not
Wiz-
thinking about nothing, like he in a happy place.
Wiz
Yeah.
dropped,
See,
like,
these all out. They're not showing me mixtapes.
one of Wiz's first tracks I heard before anybody knew who Wiz Khalifa was. I wish I knew the name of it.
Yeah.
Like, he spits on that
Son,
track.
I
I'm
watched
like,
Wiz Khalifa. If you
Wiz
go to Wiz
he
Khalifa,
spits. Like,
I watched Wiz Khalifa because he vlogged his whole career
yeah.
from the beginning to now.
word.
All everything he do is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you go all the way back. I've been listening to Wiz, bro, since 09.
All right.
Since 09, bro. And I've been watching his YouTube videos. I've been slacking, but I watched when dude used to have a phone and used to just film everything he do. Shows, little bitty shows, like little clubs. And you just watch him progress. I think that's probably why I like him so much.
Yeah,
'cause
that
I
would
actually
be- that
basically
would make
grew
sense.
up to Wiz.
You
know what
saw
I'm saying?
him
Yo, nobody's never said anything about like Wu-Tang.
in these top lists.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, in all of we were saying now drop off, but yeah, in all Wu-Tang's definitely slept on, and Wu-Tang is definitely.
They
I
the
think
most
groups.
influential.
I think
group
groups.
ever.
When we talk
Beast.
about these, it's like
Ghostface.
these individual awards. Like, if we got to champion it, if we do put groups as just one person,
Yeah.
then maybe you say Wu-Tang really has a chance in there.
In that
But
top
as
five?
again individually,
Because if it's top five
In a group,
if I
yeah,
say
Wu-Tang
group,
definitely-
I say Wu-Tang got to be number
if you
five.
say groups, Wu-Tang is just one entity. They definitely have
No, they're one.
a argument in
They're
there.
one.
one
Groups? One.
Oh, far as groups.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying if you put them on the list
As one
as a
person.
group, as one
Oh,
person,
it's one person?
just
No, they're not one.
do they?
They my five.
But they do get an argument. I
They
think
my five.
They could get.
they might get that fifth spot that we
Wu-Tang is a cult.
between
They
Wu-Tang
got
and
a
the
cult
Locks.
way across
They
the
might
line.
get that fifth spot that
I
we
put Wu
got.
over
Oh, they
Locks.
definitely bigger than the Locks.
Bigger than the Locks.
'Cause
I say they bigger
cause-
than the Locks
well,
because
'cause
they got
Wu-
a cult movement. Like
Wu, they,
Wu-Tang,
That's true. There's like motorcycle guys, but
Asians, they done stole their whole logo.
Wu-Tang,
and-
everything, man. Puerto Ricans, white people, black people. Like
yeah, that logo be on
if
a lot
you
of
say
stuff.
Wu-Tang, say listen. It's a war right now. Wu-Tang against everybody. It's a
That
problem.
was the first big like
That's like a quarter of the world.
they were like a faction, like a wrestling faction. Like that was the first thing to be down with when I was young. Like you had to be down with
Wu-Tang,
Wu-Tang.
people started turning in God bodies, 5%,
Yeah,
everything.
you had to
man.
be
Peace God.
down with
Peace
Wu-Tang.
God.
Where 5%ers come from?
It came from a Muslim from.
It's like a spinoff of the
it's a
Nation of Islam,
spin-off,
right?
Yep.
It's like 3 dudes that had left the nation.
I want to say I thought it was one.
It was one.
But it could be 3. I don't know.
I think
know
it was
too
one
sure.
leader, but it was like 2 dudes that basically was like, you know how you got
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Muhammad, but then he had like Malcolm X and all, I think it was like that.
Okay, yeah. It was a spinoff from Muslim.
Yeah, because I didn't know like
But they believe
when it
like
started.
black,
Was that like
black
some
man
90s
is
thing?
God.
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
man
That's
is
how the
God.
Nation of Islam. They used to.
And that's what Jay-Z is.
Yeah, I seen him with the little chain.
Yeah.
I think Nas was too.
I don't know. He always praised. He always said.
Yeah, but Nas
Jesus
says
and
Allah,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Or is he
They
Jesus?
praise
or
Allah, right? The 5%ers.
I'm not up on this 5%ers.
They believe black man is God, like a form of God. Which actually, to be honest, with religion, it's all really the same. They just got their little tweaks.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
That's how
Because even the Quran has
it's the
Jesus
same.
in
I
the
heard
Bible.
there's a lot of stories, several similar.
My grandfather told me that, man, because my grandfather Muslim, and I remember when I was, well, I can't say I remember when I was born. I remember my mama telling me stories about when I was born. My grandfather wanted me to be a Muslim.
Yeah.
Like the first prayer that was done over me was a Muslim prayer from the Quran. And when I got older and she told me that story, I was real curious. And I asked my grandfather, I was like, I seen him praying. He pulled this rug out and everything. I'm like, you a Muslim? He was telling me like don't get don't get not really caught up in religion, but like don't get too caught up into comparing them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he was telling me like the Quran really is just like the Bible.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
really
the
is.
stories almost is basically the same. It's just
Same
say
thing.
they like from because I listen to man, what's the leader of Nation Islam right now? Dang, I can't think his name right now. Yeah, Farrakhan. Farrakhan was saying that you know, the Bible just they don't believe in the Bible because the story has been changed so much, and there's only one Quran, and they've been sticking to the story. Like the story they now have like multiple books of the Quran. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I never read the Quran. Nothing. But
as far as like when they say don't compare, when your grandfather say don't compare, I think it's good to like not compare them.
Yeah.
As far as differences, because all I do is divide.
Yeah,
that's exactly cause division.
I think comparing them as far as similarities can draw a better connection. Because, you know, when you look in the Quran, the Bible, right? Because I used to be a Christian. Then I was like fading over to Muslim. And then I was like, I really don't want to put no label on me, because by doing that, it already distanced me from a Muslim or a Christian.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
For other people on this earth.
Right.
I agree.
And Buddhism and so on. So
You could learn
by just
something
saying
from-
you spiritual,
From everything.
yeah, you can, I think they should really drop the names and just say
They're not going
spiritual.
to.
Nah,
Because think about it. Look, Christian, Catholic, same religion, they just got different beliefs.
Yeah.
Muslim, Christians. It's really, to me, the same religion, they just got different beliefs. The only thing different is they don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God, right? But in the Quran, it has a section where it says Mary was given a baby by God and has no father, no earthly father, in the Quran. But it's a curse as far as saying that this is the Son of God. But if you got common sense, you're basically saying this is the Son of God.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they got a whole section of Mary where they praise her so much, like saying how, you know, like godly she was and this, that, and pure she was. So they bigging up everybody in the Bible. They just got a little differences.
Yeah.
I think
So-
like
It's all
You
the
can-
same to me. They just
you could learn something from all of them, man.
they just
Like,
made it a gang.
I didn't know where Buddhism came from, right? Is it Buddha or
Yeah,
is Buddhism and Hinduism the same thing?
I think
No.
they're different.
They're totally different.
Totally
Yeah,
different.
They're both
Hindu-
West Indian.
Because Hinduism is
Multiple
the
gods.
oldest religion
Yeah.
on earth.
Yeah,
It's the
Buddhism is
oldest.
different. Buddhism is praying Buddha. That
Yeah.
he
Okay, so
praising
it's
that guy.
Hinduism. Think about where they look for they don't believe that there's a they don't believe like there's a God, like there's this guy who's, you know, controlling
Yeah.
everything. They believe in man, what was it? Because I just read this not too long ago. Man, bro,
Google it,
I'm
man.
mad I can't.
Yeah, Google it. You got
Google
to.
it.
I
It ain't
forgot.
even
I
on
think
camera.
isn't Buddhism they don't believe in God.
Well, Buddha is their god.
Yeah.
But
They
like
praise Buddha.
Allah and Lord, right? God.
I'm not gonna act like I've read up
Buddha-
on Buddhism.
is
I just
Buddha a
know
I
person?
haven't either.
Buddha is like
Or is it
they
God?
do a lot of the
What you saying?
meditating, but that's that figure of Buddha. That's why it's called Buddhism. He is the figure of that around that whole religion.
meditation. Y'all ever done that?
I've been trying. I'm trying to
tried.
get into that.
It's hard as hell.
Bro, yeah, we got
I fell
kids. It's
asleep,
definitely
so I
hard.
don't know if I was really meditating or sleeping.
I've been trying to definitely get into that.
Yo, so when I'm at work,
Yeah.
there's nobody I know. Ain't nobody there at night. So I go upstairs in the district office. I hope nobody hear this. I go upstairs in the district office and I meditate,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know. I don't know if meditation is like some religious thing. I have no idea. I just know it's mad peaceful.
Yeah.
Bro, when you meditate, I can feel everything in my body. Like if I'm aching, and like on a normal day you walk, you don't feel nothing because you're moving around. If you meditate and you sit there, you feel it. Like you feel if something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just one part of it. But on the opposite side of that, bro, you forget about anything. Like it clears your mind completely for that time being. But it's so peaceful, dog. You don't think about it, nothing.
I heard that's the whole struggle of meditation, to clear your mind while you're in there. That's the struggle while you're meditating.
If you can do that,
you can do it.
Amazing, because they say your body naturally heals itself.
Yeah.
And you can heal your body with your mind if you on that level.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Bruce Lee was a big meditator. I used to follow Bruce Lee a lot, and he will go into how he meditate, how he could do unnormal things with his body. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when he punched like 8 people in a line and made them all fall with fingers like this?
Yeah.
Like, yo, if you can unleash those channels inside your body, like you can maximize like.
Yeah, Bruce knew some stuff. That's why they came after him.
Yeah.
He knew some secrets.
Yeah, he knew some secrets.
That's why they came after him.
How did he did?
They came after
How
Bruce.
did he die?
I think he was killed. They went
For
after
real?
him.
Assassinated?
I forgot. I think
Yeah, they went after Bruce.
there's so many different stories on how he was killed.
From what I
Even
heard,
in his story.
from what I heard, it was like the style of fighting he was doing and all that stuff that he knew. Like he was putting it into films and stuff, and the people who knew about that, or I guess controlled it or whatever, they came after him. So it's like they didn't want those things getting out that he knew. So
That's crazy, man.
he knew some stuff.
Let these people learn and live, dog. I don't know. I like meditating. I don't know. It's hard though, man. You can't really do it at home. Apparently, we got kids. I'm not a parent, but clearly we got kids.
Well, if you have time of the day where you're by yourself, you could. I have that time of the day.
I don't.
We work so early. I have
come home to a house full every day.
Full, bro. My kids, they don't even like napping, nothing. They just up, just wild.
So that's the thing about that. As strong as meditation is, based on how our lives, and that's the thing is, run in such a structural way. It's like you're saying, when do you really have the time? Because you really do have to be that peaceful for it to be effective.
That's why it's so hard.
My grandfather,
for the world.
When I used to go to his house when I was a kid, man, he I said he was Muslim, so when he do his prayer, he pull out that rug.
Yeah.
I know for a fact. Shut up. Don't say a word. Be quiet. And he will sit there like bent over praying for like probably like 45 minutes, bro. Like straight. I don't know how. And they do it 5 times a day.
Now,
they did 5. That's a lot.
Now, when you're meditating in this undisclosed area at your undisclosed time.
Yeah, we gotta keep that until I leave.
It's 30 minutes for you then, right? That's all you're able to do.
Yeah, I only get 30 minutes, so I'll probably meditate for about a good 15 minutes.
And if you effectively get it in that time,
effectively, I'm good.
He gets it in that 15 minutes, y'all.
Good. I gotta get when I can get it.
I tried to meditate. It's so hard. My cousin was telling me that he literally felt like his legs was floating.
And then another question.
That's true.
What posture do you use? You just sit on a chair? I know you could just use a chair, or do you get the thing? Cross your legs?
That's on the floor. I can't cross my legs.
So how do you sit on the floor?
No, I just sit literally just like this. I can't because my knees.
They say the key is your spine has to be straight, right?
Yeah.
That's all that really
I didn't
matters.
know that, but I did read that. I never do it.
Really?
I be like, bro, I just be relaxed.
I watched the YouTube video on it, so I was like, the dude.
I did too.
I watched from the videos. It was like strict, and then I found a dude who was like, "Look, you don't have to do all that. The main thing is keep your spine straight because that's the whole point." He's like, even if you gotta sit in a chair and get your spine straight.
Really?
Yeah. And he said, make sure that's straight because that's the whole thing. That's you're supposed to be aligning yourself, and it's supposed to. And it's like he said, it could be uncomfortable, but he's like, once you get used to it, it's like your body. Because when I do that, your body's made to do it.
When I do that, my back start hurting.
So posture.
Yeah, what?
But the first ones I was watching, they're like, you gotta have this. Put your leg on your inner thigh. And they said, who doing that?
I think my ideal. I don't even know how to say this because it might sound just like mad depressing. But my ideal like end of life for me.
Yeah.
Chilling on an island, looking at nothing but water and sky, and meditating, dog.
I do that every morning.
Most peaceful thing I think I could think of.
When we work on the loaders outside in the planes, I look at the sky every day. You're right. It's the small things that is real huge.
Yeah.
Like I look at the different color of the skies and the clouds and all that stuff, and it just brings like a whole peace over me. Like
That just shows. That's the thing. I always try to get with life. We are very distracted in this world, and that's just what it is.
The things that we supposed to be connected to, we're not connected to. Like I think that we supposed to be connected to nature.
Like
honestly.
Like there's so many phrases that you hear that they're phrases for a reason. Like
Yeah.
when people say we only use 10% of our brain, like you gotta
probably
believe
less than that.
some of that is true. Like there's a truth of
You know,
that.
it's a good
Smart as
movie.
people think they are.
A good movie to explain that is the movie with the chick, bro.
Scarlett Johansson?
Nah.
Nah, not that one.
Oh man, what's the movie where they kidnapped her and they did something at the beginning of the movie, and then like throughout the movie her brain was trying to get to 100%.
Yeah, I
she
think it
was
is
doing
Scarlett
some
Johansson.
stuff. That's what it
And
is.
at the end, she like went into a computer or something.
Yeah,
That's Scarlett Johansson.
Son, what's the name of that?
I don't know, but I seen that movie. That movie is dope.
What is it? Scarlett? You
I
said
seen it
Johansson?
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that movie, bro? Oh man, that's the hardest. Ooh, they ain't the hardest movie ever, but that's like
What is up?
that's one of the hardest movies.
Lucy, yeah, that's Scarlett Johansson.
Lucy is
Why she going to the
fire,
computer?
son.
At the end, it was like because it was like supposed to be what it was meant to happen. Because I guess she already had that. Her whole journey was to get into that computer. And then I think that was like her whole purpose. And I guess that guy was supposed to lead her there.
Yeah.
And like that was like the connection. I don't remember. I only saw it once, but it was dope. I remember.
That
do
whole
need to watch
concept of
again.
that movie was
That
just
movie
crazy.
was dope.
I got some weird ideologies, I guess I could
Like
say.
the Matrix and stuff like that. I was wondering
That's
if
a
that was
wild one too.
Like even like you said with the Bruce Lee stuff. Like there's so much stuff out there. It's like so much power and control we have, and
We just don't know.
we got to find out. And like I said, we're distracted. We are. I think our overall human. I don't know if it's always been like that, but our new way of thinking is very distracted, and there's a lot of distractions out there, as you see
It
every
is,
day.
man. It's hard to really.
I
get
even
away
think
from
the
those
way we
distractions,
are
man.
structured to live, like 9 to 5s, and live in a suburban area, and
Yup.
get your food this way, like all that stuff that we fell in love and become so comfortable with us has kind of trapped us too.
Bro, I want to find an island where I don't care if it's people on there or not, but just where it's quiet.
Yeah.
Or an island with nobody on there, with my wife and kids, no phones, no TV, just nature
You know what?
and food.
And I have you go.
I went to Honduras, and they didn't. They got internet and stuff like that, but they don't be on it like that. It was all outside, kids outside selling rocks and stuff like that, and just
Sally, hold on, what?
not rocks, not
Real
crack
rocks. actually earthly rocks.
Yeah, like different color metamorphic rocks and stuff like that.
Rocks from the
Set
earth,
it-
from the
yeah,
planet.
From the earth. All right, cool. All right,
Yeah.
we rocking now.
Selling rocks. Okay,
He did have to clarify. Making the Honduras
They
kids
hustling,
making them look bad for a second.
Had to
bunch of
clear it
drug
up.
dealer kids.
Kids selling rocks.
He said, "Hold on, what? Got me high, little kids."
Oh man, it's
But they was in tune with the world, like
that's how, bro. That's where the that's where the I don't know, in my mind, for me, I get a lot of peace out of just zoning out, like outside. One of our dudes at work, my homeboy Alex, man, he was telling me what he do is he take his shoes and socks off.
Yeah.
And he'll go outside and just walk through grass.
Yeah.
Where it's quiet though, like around nobody and nothing.
in Orlando.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Get some snakes and some
I'm not walking.
lizards.
It's not about the snakes. I mean,
Ants,
Yes,
that crab
it's all
grass,
natural grass out here. All that fertilizer I put in my grass and all that chemical.
the grass.
But if he finds the right grass and if it works for him, I ain't gonna knock it. If it
I
works
don't know
for him,
where he
it
do
works.
that. I don't know where he do that, but he was
you
like,
better do that on the beach.
It's true too. Even you think of that when you go on the beach with the sand, like nobody would want to just walk through sand area. But when you do it, it's like, man, this sand is.
It's not bad.
When it's not hot,
it's
super
not
hot,
hot, yeah,
when it's not burning your feet off, you like, man, this sand, you just sitting there and
When I went on a
Chill in the
cruise one
sand,
time, well, that's when I went to Honduras. We went to Honduras, Costa Rica, Belize, and Cozumel, Mexico.
yeah.
But when you on that boat and you in the middle of the ocean, you don't see no land nowhere.
what?
The day and it's beautiful in the daytime. You see the water and the sky touch, and then it's like you just know it's like a million animals under you.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Mammals under you and stuff. And then you got at night you can't even see where the sky and the water touch.
Yeah,
So
so
all
I
just
heard
black.
that.
and then you see flashes of lightning in the sky, which is you can see real clear. And it's not scary, it's dope.
Do they have a cruise boat where they have rooms under the water where you can see under the water?
I think they do now.
Cause that's hard. If they got that, I want to be one of those. So I want to see what's.
I don't want to sleep in there.
You wouldn't?
Titanic, man, got me spooked. Remember when he was trapped in the bottom and she had to get him out? Oh man.
Hey, you being real about it.
Yeah, you at the bottom, everybody at the top. Ain't nobody think about you when it start to sink.
Yeah.
You can't get up. Everybody
right.
like, all right, survival of the fittest right now.
I got some weird, like I said, I got some weird things I be thinking about. Like,
It
Earth
ain't
and
weird,
nature,
man.
man.
It's I wouldn't call it weird because, like, as you say, you know, everybody has thoughts and.
You ever seen Life with Pi?
Nah.
Can y'all please watch that before next week?
What's that?
Life with Pi, about this Indian dude who his parents had a circus, and then they had them all the animals in the ship, and then the ship started to sink. He jumped on the his dad put him on the safety boat, but before he did that, the ship started like exploding. So he was on the little safety, the canoe or whatever you call that, by itself, and on that canoe half of it was covered, right? He woke up. There was a monkey in that canoe. It was a monkey, and then they were all drugs because you remember when you traveling, so they drug the animals.
Yeah.
But somehow a monkey was on the canoe, a freaking hyena, and it was a tiger under the net. They was all knocked out, but he was the one that woke up first and saw these animals on it. I want to say a zebra. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyway,
that's a big canoe.
they all started to wake up on that canoe. So the monkey was up first, then the zebra started waking up. They beat the zebra up, and then they was at the zebra with the stick. Yo, I gotta watch it. It's crazy. He believed in Hindu, but he started like being on that boat forever, and then the lion woke up, but the lion was scared of the net, so he never went up on the net where the boy was. So he had to figure out how to catch food and live on this boat with a tiger.
So this was just a movie, right? This is not like a series.
But they said it's based on a true story.
No, I'm saying it's not like a series. Not like
now they're trying to say like
movie.
It's based on a true story, but they want to say that because you know how everybody was drugged, they were saying like he was hallucinating, and the monkey was his uncle and stuff like that. But he like no, because he became like family with the tiger. Like the tiger wouldn't end up killing him because he was feeding the tiger fish and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
And they went to an island. They stopped at an island, which was a weird island, and it's crazy. You gotta watch it. It blew my mind.
That stuff's like, always wild when I see that. It's always wild when I see like people.
That little boat, and he saw whales, all types of stuff. He was shook, sharks.
Like you see the man among tigers
Storms.
on the History Channel and stuff. That stuff.
Yeah, I like watching stuff like that though, man.
Watch it. Life with Pi. It's called Life with Pi.
Not a hard thing to remember. Definitely an easy name.
Yeah. I got Cody too, so I'm gonna name that.
Cody.
All right, y'all, man. That's a wrap for this week, man. So this gonna be like I said, it's gonna be an audio only episode. I don't know why the camera acting up.
It's all good.
It's all good. We'll make sure it's straight though. Yeah, man. That's it, man. Peace out.
All right. Peace.
All right, y'all.